guys, what's up? Today I have a rather different video for you which includes a whole bunch of tips and tricks for trading in Team Fortress 2. I'm going to be going through a few things today, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so my first tip for trading in general is just to buy at a discounted price. So everyone, pretty much I would say like 99% of the Team Fortress 2 community uses this website known as backpack.tf to price the items of, what price of the items are, and I'm sure all of you do, so I'm not going to really go into it that much, but say you want to know what the price of a fast learner is, it's 2.3 to 2.66. What you want to do is go on a server, and if you see someone's buying a fast learner, always, for starters, always look at the low end of it, so it's 2.33, the low end. So you want to take around a rec to 2 rec off it, which is 0.33 to 0.66 off it. So I would try and get that for like 1.88. So I would say to the guy, here, I'll take it for 1.88 in pure metal. So he'll either say yes or no. It doesn't really matter if he says no, because you can just go buy it off someone else. So another tip is to trade with metal. A lot of people are gonna really want metal in exchange for the items. So if you pay with metal, you're going to get a lot better deal, whereas if you pay with items, people generally want what's called an item overpay, where you pay more than what the item's worth. Another thing I really like about backpack.tf is, as you can see by the arrows here, it shows that if the item is going down or up. So for example, the refined is going down, keys are going down, and buds are going up. So if you want to check if the item that you're wanting to buy at the moment is going down or up in price, you hover over trading and go to the priceless spreadsheet. So for example, the fast learner, there's an arrow that's recently come down, so maybe you want to try and maybe get it for a scrap cheaper or 2 scrap cheaper, whereas something like the grey bands, yep, they've recently gone up. So maybe they're a better investment for your metal as opposed to the fast learner. So that's just a tip on using the price of the items and if they're going up and down to get better deals and make more profit. Because if you buy a fast learner for say 2.33 or whatever, and it goes down to 2 ref, well then you're just at a loss. So make sure you always check that before you're purchasing items. So the second website I use, and I use it a lot, and I recommend that all of you do. By the way, both backpack.tf and this website called TF2 Outpost, they will both be linked in the description down below. So this is TF2 Outpost, and what TF2 Outpost is pretty much, in a nutshell, the eBay of Team Fortress 2. So this is where everyone can just put their items up, they list what they have in their inventory, whether it be unusuals, normal items, or just weapons, strangers, or normal ones. You can list it up, and then in exchange on the other side, you can have items which you want. So for example, this guy has a base jumper, he wants 1 rec in return. This guy has a Cuban Bristle Crisis. In exchange, he wants 3 ref, so you can add him and go on from there. Oh, by the way, to open sites in a new tab, you click the mouse wheel down on your mouse, the scroll wheel, click it down and open the new tab. That's just a little tip. Anyways, so this is a website you can use to sell your items. I never recommend buying on here because it's just a whole bunch of highballers just trying to sell their items for a really high price. So I recommend always going on trade servers. So pretty much if you want to know how to get on a trade server, you go servers. Down here in the map, you type in trade_plaza and click on one with about 30 people, 20 people, and try and buy items there. But here, this is where you sell. So you click new, you check out the items from your inventory, and then you go from there. So say I'm wanting to sell maybe a distinguished robe for a ref. I put a ref in, I'd say maybe 1 ref, and then add me. I'm not actually going to do that because that's a terrible deal, but you know, you get the gist. People will add you if they want it, and you can trade it away. Okay, so my final tip for general trading is, as you can see on the screen, I have a whole bunch of paint buckets, and my final tip is to never pay extra for paint. Um, this is a tactic that I've been using for a while now, and um, by never paying extra for paint, you can make profit by selling it for a bit more, but it also allows you to not risk the chance of losing, because not many people, if you do this as well, not many people pay extra for paint, and so it's just annoying and a bit of a hassle to sell it on. So generally, if you are going to pay for paint, I would sometimes pay for extra, maybe a ref to ref max for tinge and distinctive lack of hui, which is black and white, and also the lime paint and the pink paint, because and team spirit as well. Sorry, my bad. So team spirit, lime, green, pink, black and white. I'd maybe add a ref or two, but no more, because otherwise, you just get stuck with these ugly colors that you're trying to sell on for more, and you're making a loss of what you purchased them for. So yeah, that's one of my tips, is to never trade or pay extra for paint. So finally, you've traded your way up to enough keys or items to get you an unusual. You've done all the tips I've told you to, and you've got enough for an unusual. The first place I would go to is notbackpack.tf. This is just showing all the prices of each hat or misc in the game, and taunts as well. So for example, a hard counter, once again pressing on the scroll to open a new tab. It shows all the effects and the prices of each effect. These prices are just a rough guideline. Usually you'd use TF2 Outpost to find a general guideline of what the people actually have the hats for or selling it for. But also, if you're wanting to buy, say, a Stormy 13th Hour hard counter, if you click on stats here, I just middle mouse clicked, it'll show if there's any suggestions to lower or raise the price. So at the moment there's none, but that's a good thing to look out for if you're about to buy a hat. If there's a vote to lower the price, you maybe don't want to buy it, or if there's a vote to increase the price, you definitely want to buy it. So that's a tip for unusuals. But the first place you want to start with is going to your map and you're typing in trade_unusual. Got to type unusual correctly, and it comes with all these servers which you can join and buy unusuals and buy things that are known as quick sells. So quick sells are pretty much unusuals that are discounted to around half the price, where people want keys or metal urgently in exchange for their unusual, and they're willing to give a really big discount on it. So you want to get unusuals that are at a quick sell price or a discount price that you can easily buy for cheap and sell for more. So when trading with unusuals, one of my biggest tips is, I can't stress this enough, is to buy first generation effects. And these 14 effects are all of the first generation effects that you want to be buying. So it consists of the both confettis, the haunted ghost, both the energies, the TF logo, the mass flies, burning flames, sunbeams, scorching flames, searing plasma, vivid plasma, circling hearts, and circling peace signs. So you really want to get those effects on your discounted hats or quick sold hats. Next is the bubbling, steaming, orbiting fire, orbiting planets, blizzardy storms, stormy storms, smoking, and nuts and bolts. Though these effects are alright, these are known as Gen 2 effects. Getting those is fine as well. It's not that bad. So really, Generation 1 and 2 effects you really want, but steer clear of the Generation 3 effects, which are Aces High, Cloud9, Dead Presidents, Disco Beatdown, Kilowatt, Miami Nights, and Terawatt. Do not purchase them at all. I don't recommend them at all. Once you go into 3rd gen effects, it's really hard to get out of it into 1st or 2nd gen or to pure, because they're just really not in demand at all. So I don't recommend buying any of these effects. Finally, the Halloween effects. They're a bit here and there. Some of them are a lot easier to sell than others. Usually the cloudy ones with like the clouds above the heads are fairly easy to sell, whereas the rest aren't as easy. But as long as you stick to 2nd and 1st gen, you should be fine, and don't go near 3rd gen at all, and I would probably steer clear from Halloween as well. Oh yeah, and don't even think about Robot, just, yeah, don't even think about it. So finally, the general trading recap. Buy on trade servers, for example, trade_plaza, you put this in the map section. Buy low, sell high, which is the strategy I use, which is pretty much where you buy for 0.33 to 0.66 off the backpack.tf price. Pay with pure metal and keys to buy in bulk. Watch for price increases and decreases. Use TF2 outposts to sell items, never buy. And finally, never pay extra for paint except black, white, lime, pink, or team spirit colors. So now with the unusual trading recap, go onto unusual trade servers, so put trade_unusual in the map section and server browser, buy quick sell / discounted unusuals at around 40% off the price of backpack.tf, check for price votes to increase / decrease the price, use both backpack.tf and TF2 outposts to find the price of your unusual, buy 1st and 2nd generation effects only, and don't buy robot or 3rd gen, and try to avoid Halloween effects as well. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it and learned a few things out of this. If you did, make sure you go down and leave a like, a comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care guys.